केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे, केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Between today and the 4th of May, we will all be busy reading the numbers, reading the body language, and reading everything else in between. Away from loud campaign pitches and pitched battles at the poll booths, now the spotlight has shifted to silent strong room tactics. In fact, the rooms where the EVMs have been kept. These machines will decide what blooms in Bengal. Kamal ka phool or Trinamool ke patte. We are calling it May the 4th be with whom? Will Mamata Banerjee get a straight 4th term, or will Ma Kali bless Team Modi? A day after most exit polls have given an edge to the BJP, the caretaker Chief Minister of Bengal released a 9-minute long video and alleged that the projections were aired at the instructions of the BJP and that she would return with more than 226 seats. And the instructions timing also mentioned 1:08 p.m. Listen in to Mamata Banerjee.
আমার কাছে স্পেসিফিক ইনফরমেশন এসেছে একটা আটে, আমি কোনো একটা প্রেস মিডিয়ার থ্রুতে পেয়েছি এবং সেই ইনফরমেশনে দেখা যাচ্ছে তারা পরিষ্কার বলছে ফোর্সফুলি তোমায় করতে হবে, এটা তোমাকে এর মধ্যে যাওয়া যাবে না। কারণটা আসলে জানেন আপনারা, আমরা 200-300 পেয়ে যেতে পারি, 226 ক্রস করবো 2026-এ।
With folded hands, Mamata Banerjee then went on to make some very peculiar statements. She alleged that the exit poll narrative circulated by the BJP was aired at aimed at stabilizing market sentiment in the stock markets, called on her cadre to guard the strong rooms against EVM rigging, and then came a highly unusual call: do not go to the loo breaks as well, longer than 2 minutes. Bathroom jabe na. Listen in.
শেয়ার মার্কেটকে সান্ত্বনা দিতে গিয়ে, এটা আমার কাছে স্পেসিফিক খবর আছে, এইটা করেছে। লাস্ট অবধি আমি যতক্ষণ প্রেস কনফারেন্স করে না বলবো ততক্ষণ কেউ কাউন্টিং টেবিল ছাড়বেন না। আমি নিজেও কাউন্টিং হলে হানা দেবো, কারণ আমি অ্যাজ এ ক্যান্ডিডেট যেতেই পারি, সেরকম সব ক্যান্ডিডেট বসে থাকবেন। যখন দেখবেন আপনাকে ওয়াশরুমে যেতে হবে বা আপনাকে খাবার খেতে যেতে হবে, একদম স্ট্রেট মনে রাখবেন, একজনকে বসিয়ে বিশ্বস্ত, যাতে যাকে কেউ টাকা দিয়ে কিনতে না পারে, তবেই যাবেন, তাছাড়া যাবেন না, তাও 2 মিনিটের জন্য।
I know elections, results, everything is serious business. But, you know, the humor in me gets the better of me. Toilet, ek, vote katha unfolding right in front of our eyes. Is this hypervigilance or deep anxiety? Has the fact that most exit polls that are giving the BJP an edge contributed to Didi being on the edge? Going by the predictions, the race is tighter than headlines suggest. While momentum seems to be with the BJP, it may not necessarily be a clean sweep. People's Pulse and Janmat are massive pro-TMC outliers. The overall poll of poll numbers indicate a dead heat, with TMC getting 134 to 151 and BJP bagging between 134 and 153. But Team Modi is confident. It is time for the lotus to bloom in Bengal, for Bharosa to win over Bhoy. And interestingly, even more Congress leaders are now saying, "Ab ki baar BJP sarkar." We thought wonders would never cease to happen.
एग्जिट पोल वोट हो गए, मैं ग्राउंड का एग्जिट पोल बता रहा हूँ, 180 प्लस बीजेपी, अच्छा मेजोरिटी से भाजपा सरकार बन रहा है मोदी जी का नेतृत्व। আমি আশাবাদী না, আমি নিশ্চিত 7টি ওয়ার্ডে আমার ন্যূনতম 30,000 লিড থাকবে। মমতা ব্যানার্জি 10 থেকে 12,000 লিড পাবেন 77 নম্বর ওয়ার্ডে। ন্যূনতম 20,000 ভোটে এখান থেকে বিজেপি প্রার্থী জিতবেন। এবং মমতা ব্যানার্জি দ্বিতীয়বারের জন্য হারবেন।
जो टीएमसी को दिखा रही है, इसके मतलब उसका जो उसका ग्राउंड से सर्वे ठीक ठाक है। हम लोग 235 प्लस और बीजेपी विल नॉट क्रॉस 50।
खेला तो हो गया, खेला खत्म है। ये चुनाव था जनता वर्सेस ममता, नो वोट टू ममता, खेला खत्म।
मेरा मानना है एग्जिट पोल कुछ भी दिखाए, बंगाल के अंदर भी भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बनेगी।
ये टीएमसी पार्टी के खिलाफ ज्यादा से ज्यादा, बहुत ज्यादा वोट आप लोगों ने डाले, लेकिन ये सारे वोट विपक्षी पार्टी की भीतर सारे बढ़ चुके हैं। लेकिन विपक्षियों की अंदर भी बीजेपी पार्टी, ये ज्यादा इनको पास वोट जाएगा।
Breaking news coming in on the news hour tonight. After TMC leaders Shashi Panja and Kunal Ghosh staged a dharna outside a strong room in Kolkata, BJP and Trinamool Congress workers engaged in a verbal spat. The BJP and the TMC workers were heard raising "Chor Chor" slogans at each other. Listen in to that. Also joining us in just a bit is Minister Shashi Panja. Shashi Panja ji, good evening and welcome to the news hour. What are your protests? What is the dharna all about? There are allegations that EVM machines are tampered. Do you have evidence to that effect?
No. Just a moment. Can you hear?
Yes, ma'am.
So there are cameras which are placed for visual access of political workers of political parties to see what is happening inside the strong room. That is the access that you have. Post afternoon, an unusual human activity was spotted on camera number 17 in those cameras which are there, and that's when we rushed in, because who are these people inside a strong room which was sealed early this morning, which houses the EVMs, the ballot boxes of the votes cast yesterday. There was the second phase of the polling yesterday. So those are there in the strong room which are locked, and sealed by our agents. So who are these human beings then inside a strong room?
Okay, who are the human beings inside? I can hear a lot of noise around you. Shashi Panja ji, can you tell me, are these TMC workers? What's going on? Are you still staging a protest there?
That why were these sealed rooms open? Then the election commission is saying they had sent a mail in the afternoon, but our agents or our people were present. There was a lack of communication. Surely they didn't even see. People are waiting. So our question is, when election commission saw that none of the parties representatives were there, why couldn't you communicate to the DO or the ROs of the assembly segment and ask before opening? And this is where the objection is. Second, who are these people who are handling ballot papers? What ballot papers? From where? Which boxes? What are these? Why was this not made clear to the political party? Why didn't the political party know that this postal ballot or ballots of various districts are being aggregated, disaggregated, whatever may be the aggregate? So the lack of transparency. These are the loopholes.
Okay, lack of transparency. I'm told some reports suggest that Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee expected also to come here. Can you confirm that for us, Shashi Panja ji?
Still waiting, because we need to conclude on this matter. The entire exercise is not transparent, and all political parties should be knowing this. We didn't know about it. So strong rooms which were sealed cannot be opened in the absence of political party agents, all political parties. That's where we are protesting.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much, Shashi Panja ji, for joining me. And ladies and gentlemen, as you can see there, the protest sites happening, strong room activity being alleged here. Let's now get down to the brass tacks, starting from irrefutable data, the turnout. And it tells an important story. Overall voting has jumped sharply to 92.47%, up from 81.8% in 2021. But the real headline could be the women voters. Female turnout stands at 93.24%, higher than men at 91.74%. Even in absolute numbers, more women showed up to vote this time than men. The bottom line, in a tight contest like this, Nari Shakti could be the decisive force in Bengal. Let's take a look at how they have voted in the past. In 2011, BJP bagged just 4% of the Mahila vote, while TMC swept 49%. In 2016, BJP climbed to 10%, but TMC remained steady at 47%. And then came the big shift in 2021 with BJP getting 36%, but TMC share also grew to 50%. This vote bank has helped BJP grow from the margins to a serious challenger. Will they actually help the Saffron Party conquer Bengal? And that is the M factor we are talking about, the Mahila factor. As per JVC Shriram's predictions, the phase 1 this year, BJP has had a higher percentage of women voters, 51% to 46%. We don't have phase 2 breakdown just yet, numbers still being worked out. Also, we're looking at what really is going on at this point. The question is also about the fallout of the RG Kar incident. Has that really changed the mood in Bengal for the Mahilas? We don't know. But at the moment, all drama happening on the ground there, where tampering in strong rooms has been alleged. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's dive straight into the debate. And joining me tonight on the show, Pradeep Bhandari, national spokesperson of the BJP, Dr. Anand Ranganathan, author, Sabha Naqvi, senior journalist, Harshvardhan Tripathi, senior journalist, Saurav Chandar, spokesperson of the TMC, Sanjay Jha, senior Congress leader, Kamruzaman Chaudhary, also Congress leader, joining us from Bengal. First, Pradeep Bhandari, allegations of human activity in a strong room without knowledge to political parties. How does that happen? And therefore, the question comes back. Is there an alliance between the Election Commission and the BJP?
Well, the Trinamool Congress is self-contradicting itself. Because on one hand, the TMC is saying that it is getting more than 200 seats. And on the other hand, the Trinamool Congress is saying that, quote unquote, one booth at one particular place or one strong room at one particular place probably has got somebody inside it. So a party which is confident of getting 200 plus seats will not look so panicky and rattled. The real reason here, Navika ji, is that Mamata Banerjee is looking for a graceful losing narrative. She's exactly behaving like Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party behaves when they realize and understand before a real election result comes out that they're losing the election. We are very, very clear that the people of Bengal have voted against the Trinamool Congress. It will be a clear mandate, an anti-incumbency mandate. And just a 10-second point, look at the electoral history of Bengal. Whenever the voting percentage has jumped by more than 4%, it has always been an anti-incumbency vote. It happened with the left when the TMC came. It happened with the Congress when the left came. And it will now be the BJP defeating the TMC.
Well, Kamruzaman Chaudhary, you are in Bengal, and I want to ask you, is this drama, is this bahana? Is Mamata Banerjee and the Trinamool Congress looking for excuses? Or do you really believe there is some truth in the allegations that there is already tampering going on?
No, Navika, I myself have fought elections and I've been a candidate. I know how the Election Commission works. Before any movement inside the strong room or any movement of ballot boxes is being intimated to each and every party's election agent as well as the candidate. In this particular case, I am not exactly aware what is going on inside the strong room or in the Netaji Indoor Stadium, where all these Calcutta regions ballot boxes are being kept out there. If there is a iota of truth, I feel the Election Commission needs to investigate and clear the doubts of all the contesting candidates. But one thing, Navika, Bengal 2026 elections will be remembered for the partisan attitude of the Election Commission, not only for denying the lakhs and lakhs of Bengalis their right to exercise their franchise, but also will remember Gyanesh Kumar for being the first election commissioner as the father of electoral autocracy. That is the bottom line. We, from the opposition, whichever party wins is the people's mandate. You have conducted a very important and very
people's mandate. How can you call the election commission names if it is the people's? आप दोनों चीजें नहीं कह सकते. हर्षवर्धन त्रिपाठी, दोनों चीजें कैसी हैं कि इलेक्शन ऑटोक्रेसी भी है, पीपल्स मैंडेट भी है. क्यों नहीं?
नविका जी, अभी एक दिन या 2 दिन पहले ही टाइम्स नाउ पर ही कमरू जमा कह रहे थे कि ममता बनर्जी के राज में जो कुछ हो रहा है इस सरकार को जाना चाहिए, और राहुल गांधी ठीक कह रहे हैं. राहुल गांधी कांग्रेस की जगह बनाने के लिए ममता बनर्जी के खिलाफ अगर कुछ बोल रहे हैं तो वो ठीक है. टाइम्स नाउ पर ही कमरू जमा चौधरी कह रहे थे. अब इससे आगे की बात, ज्ञानेश कुमार के चीफ इलेक्शन कमिश्नर रहते हुए क्या हुआ? एक भी जान नहीं गई, ऐसी कोई हिंसा नहीं हुई, कोई ऐसा तमाशा नहीं हुआ, लोग निकलकर वोट करने के लिए आए. क्या ये इसको आप ऑटोक्रेसी कह रहे हैं? और कमाल की बात यह है कि जब खुद आप कैंडिडेट के तौर पर सारे प्रोसेस को जानते हैं, मैं भी नहीं जानता हूं इसमें क्या हो रहा है, अगर आयोटा ऑफ डाउट है तो बिल्कुल उसको दूर करना चाहिए, उसको क्लियर करना चाहिए. लेकिन मुझे अभी ये सब बात करते हुए नविका जी, इसके बीच में कोलकाता से एक मैसेज आया है और मुझे अब लगता है कि ये मैसेज बिल्कुल दुरुस्त है. पोलस्टर विड्रॉ कर रहे हैं खुद को कि नहीं हम तो बताएंगे ही नहीं, कोई कुछ कह रहा है, कोई कुछ कह रहा है. एक फ्रेज भेजा है उन्होंने, नारी माया अगोचर. इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि जो ईश्वरीय शक्ति है, दैवीय शक्ति है, वो सब कुछ कर रही है. अब ऐसा ही सीपीएम के समय हुआ था, ऐसा ही अभी होता हुआ दिख रहा है.
But this is huge. And Anand Ranganathan, Election Commission is actually allowing tampering of EVMs inside a strong room. It's a huge charge that has been made. How do you look at it?
Good evening, Navika. Good evening to my fellow panelists and to millions of your viewers. Look, of course, any charge and something as serious as this has to be investigated, and if found an element of truth in it, of course, heads must roll. But let's also, please, for heaven's sake, check the antecedents from where the claim is coming from. It is from the fountainhead of fake news spreaders. Just 5 days ago, they were saying Cooch Bihar में एक strong room है, उसमें hodgepodge हो रहा है. The district magistrate of Cooch Bihar came out and said there was a technical glitch in the CCTV for some period of time, notwithstanding what you claim. Yes, yesterday on your program, the TMC spokesperson was saying that one gentleman was slapped by CRPF and he died. Complete fake news. Today the video has come out saying that he died a natural, he just fell on his own and he was declared dead, brought to the hospital. Now when such people who spread such fake news with gay abandon are making a charge, yes, investigate the charge, but the fact is you also have to see their past history. They are champions of
credibility crisis. And Saurabh Chandar, are you facing a credibility crisis? Because people are now saying either you're making excuses, or the fact that you spread fake news yesterday, today's news must be checked before anybody takes it seriously. The question really is, have the exit poll, indications spooked you so badly that Mamta Didi has said at 1.08, there was a message that went to all TV channels, all newspapers, giving them what should be projected. Then she says there is 226 seats that we will win. Then she says everybody should be present at counting centers and don't even take a toilet break. Don't even take a... You can't go. Tamper ho jayega. नहीं, tamper ho jayega. Tamper ho jayega. Please wait. No toilet breaks till 4th of... No, this is till 4th of May, no toilet breaks. But Saurav Chandar, I mean, slightly more dramatic than usual.
No, first and foremost, a very good evening to you, Navika ji, and to all my fellow panelists. I would really like to, at this stage, tell you that it's not that we have been making baseless allegations. I have the video with me, but of course you will say that this is not checked yet. This is the strong room video, which has been shared. So if you can see this, I don't know whether you can actually see this or not, but this is the video, for which, of course, we are protesting in front of Netaji Indoor Stadium at this point. As we speak, our leaders are there. Having said that, to suggest that Mamata Banerjee is making these or giving out these suggestions of protecting the strong room, guarding the rooms after the exit poll results have come out, that's not true. She has been saying this continuously for the last 1.5 months. Altogether, that we must be very, very careful, particularly during the counting period, where our volunteers and our party workers, they have been requested to be on the guard all the time. And this has been something which has been shared by our Honorable National General Secretary as well, Shri Abhishek Banerjee. He has also given out this message loud and clear. So, you know, it's one thing to make allegations, it's quite something else to act on it, and at this point of time, we can say with a lot of confidence that we have irrefutable evidence that these things are actually going on.
Okay, well, I don't know, we are just getting in news from BJP leader Tapas Roy, who says we will deploy 2 persons to look after the strong room. The TMC is spreading rumors. There is 3-layer security arrangements at the strong room and at Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose Stadium and Sabha Naqvi. The whole point, I mean, what's the allegations being made about the tampering? Fair point. They have a charge, must be investigated, yes, and we'll wait for what the final outcome of that is. But for Mamata Banerjee to say at 1:08 all instructions were sent out, you know, and saying my candidates should not even take bathroom breaks, really a little bit carried away, under pressure. What is it? What do you make out of this?
I think it's a very, very close, very, very fraught election. The lady Shashi Panja, who just came on our screen, she's very articulate. In March, she said that there was a scuffle and her head was injured, she said, in a brick. This is one of the cases, and she's quite a known figure in Bengal.
Yes, she's a minister in the Mamata Banerjee government, Health and Women Child.
Between BJP and TMC workers in which she was hit with a brick. So this is, look, as far as my understanding goes, when there is, Navika, when there is such huge troop deployment, one of the highest for a state election in India's history, naturally the incumbent government in a state with a history of political violence, by the Congress under Siddharth Shankar Ray, by the left, by Trinamool now, jiski lathi uski bhais for our Hindi audience, in a history like that, when you have such high troop involvement, they are going to fear. And when the Delhi regime seems to have made it like a prestige issue, ki hum Bengal jeetenge, they are going to be worried about the strong rooms. And this is not the first time. I don't know if you remember, Uttar Pradesh and all also, there was a lot of talk about strong rooms in the past.
Yes, and about trucks and about EVMs
and in elections which were going to replace regimes. In those kind of things, there was a lot of talk about.
You know, the point that you make about the fact that the central government has made it a prestige battle.
They have.
But it is prestige battle even for the Trinamool Congress. How can you say it is not a prestige battle for the TMC?
Okay, I'll tell you. In fact, I'm finding some journalists, I don't, because they're all friends of mine, you would know them, they're saying even if the BJP does not win now, they will form a government. Journalists, respected journalists.
Pradeep Bhandari. You don't need to win, so why are you tampering the strong rooms and the EVMs?
Should we call him Pradeep Gupta, Pradeep Bhandari?
Well, Navika ji, I believe that Sabha ji and many other journalists who were not hoping that the Bharatiya Janata Party will come to power in Bengal, slowly or gradually in their WhatsApp groups are realizing that even the ground sentiment is saying that the BJP is coming to power in Bengal. But let me just state certain facts. Till yesterday, the Trinamool Congress was saying that the exit polls are completely wrong. If the exit polls are completely wrong and the Trinamool Congress is so confident, why are they so quote-unquote worried about a particular strong room with a fake charge? Point number 2, why has it just happened after Mamata Banerjee releasing her video? She releases her video and suddenly you have Kunal Ghosh and Shashi Panja, whose goons had pelted stone on the Bharatiya Janata Party workers when the brigade rally happened, suddenly coming to the strong room. And another question, what has Trinamool Congress said come out to be correct? Can you tell me one instance in the past many years that whatever Trinamool Congress has leveled as a charge or an allegation come out to be true? In fact, today only Kunal Ghosh went to the Calcutta High Court saying that the central PSU employees should not be deployed as returning officers and polling observers. The Calcutta High Court dismissed the plea. So everybody realizes that the Trinamool Congress is only searching for a losing narrative because Mamata is rattled like she was rattled in Nandigram. She is for the first time rattled in the entire state of Bengal. Mamata knows Trinamool is losing. She is just trying to get her workers together in order to have a face saver.
Well, Sanjay Jha, what do you make of these? And then let's just dip into those visuals coming in live. We will just go back to them. And Sanjay Jha, I want to ask you, you know, strong room, human movement, this is happening, that is happening, don't go to the toilet, stay there, and make sure even if you go to the toilet, there are people who cannot be bribed, who look after the place. Are we now doubting, I mean, is the Trinamool Congress doubting even their own workers that even amongst your friends and agents, please make sure the one who is non-bribable should stay there? What is this? Just, you know, nervousness, paranoia? What is it?
Raghav Chadda effect,
can I say? But Nafika, frankly speaking, I think everybody, including yourself on the panel, is an experienced politician or follows politics very closely. Now, we are living in extraordinary times. Please let us not forget the elephant in the room. The opposition has passed, and this is unprecedented, a no confidence motion against the election commissioner. And that to me is a telling manifestation of, one, the collapse of the credibility of what is meant to be a sacrosanct independent institution governed by constitutional authority. And the second is the diminishing respect that the opposition has based on the performance and conduct of the election commissioner himself. And you look at the language that has been uttered from time to time. And this is, by the way, not episodic, right? It's nothing to do with the Bengal election alone. It's been happening for a considerable period. So I think what you're witnessing today is the Trinamool Congress, and I would say any opposition party, is concerned, whether it's to do with the election commissioner, whether it's to do with the number of paramilitary forces, or whether it's just got to do with the BJP spreading its own misinformation and disinformation campaign. It's all combining to make the West Bengal election the most toxic that I've ever seen.
Navika, just, you know,
toxic is fine, but toxic is a two-way street, Anand Ranganathan.
This is why I have tremendous respect for my good friend Sanjay, because he tells the truth. He is saying that Rahul Gandhi is lying when he says that Mamata Didi and Trinamool are spreading a reign of terror. So he actually is saying that Mamata can do no wrong, and I respect that from Sanjay. You know, to go against Rahul Gandhi, it takes some guts. But can I just also say that if you raise one finger at Trinamool, then you are raising the other one at Supreme Court, because let's remember, this entire exercise has been conducted under the watchful gaze of Supreme Court, not just day to day but hour to hour. Secondly, please, I put your attention to the SIR that was conducted in Bihar. After that, for a full 1 month, every political party, especially the opposition, had a chance to come out and put to the court the things that they felt had gone wrong. Not a single case was made against it. Not one. Correct me if I'm wrong. Now, what does that tell you? You have the entire machinery, judiciary for you, available to you, and yet you don't put a single blame at the Election Commission?
Can I also say something? I want to actually say something to Pradeep Bhandari, because he was making a strong argument, but he was saying if TMC is winning, why are they worried about one strong room? BJP is a cadre-based party. They worry about every mohalla and every locality. So I'm very surprised.
That's true. If there is some activity, even one strong room,
you judge an individual with a past credibility. I again ask my Sabha, who's a very senior journalist, Please, Sabha, tell me single instance in the last 4 years where whatever allegation Trinamool Congress has leveled has come out to be correct. Just once.
Let me also say past, if we are looking at past performance, then in the past three exit polls have actually underestimated the Trinamool Congress. Am I right, Harshvardhan Tripathi? Last time around, the BJP was given more and...
Navika, this exit poll bashing, I'm sorry, I can't take it anymore. All of them are right. All of them are giving same 0 to Congress. So they have to be right.
That's a very good line, Anand.
No, 1 minute. They have underestimated, so people can have a problem with the exit poll. But to begin to say things like, don't go to the toilet, is it over dramatizing?
I think,
and I want to also look at the numbers here. And these are not exit poll numbers. 10% vote share margin difference was there between the TMC and the BJP in 2021. Women vote, if it moves towards the BJP, it can cause an upset, because in 2021, 50% of the OBC women and Dalit women voted for the BJP. However, upper caste and Adivasi women, they were lagging behind. Harshvardhan Tripathi, अगर ये नंबर बदल जाता है, तो बदलाव हो सकता है?
नविका जी, सबसे पहले तो ये कि फैक्ट है कि एग्जिट पोल्स में ममता बनर्जी की सरकार बनने की बात 2021 में कही गई, 2016 में कही गई और 2011 में तो ऑन डॉट जो उन्होंने कहा एग्जिट पोल्स में नहीं है। मैं एग्जिट पोल्स के किसी साथ या उसके खिलाफ नहीं खड़ा हूं, वो कभी सही होते हैं, कभी गलत होते हैं, लेकिन एग्जिट पोल्स को ब्लेम करना वो साफ दिखाता है कि आप कहीं ना कहीं चुनाव हार रहे हैं। दूसरा, मुझे लगता है कि आपने सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट डेटा भी दिया है। अपर कास्ट वुमेन और आदिवासी वुमेन ये अगर बदलने जा रहे हैं तो बंगाल का चुनाव पूरी तरह से ममता बनर्जी के हाथ से निकल गया है। ये अपर कास्ट वुमेन भर नहीं जाएगी, पूरी की पूरी अपर कास्ट फैमिली जा रही है, जिसने पावर शेयर किया कम्युनिस्ट एरा में, जिसने पावर शेयर किया टीएमसी एरा में, और जो अब पावर शेयर करने जा रही बीजेपी के साथ।
Navika ji, every Bengali Hindu, please note down on 4th of May, record this. Every Bengali Hindu has voted the Bharatiya Janata Party because they are tired of Trinamool Congress's appeasement. But one very important point.
And I'm saying that this is what can shift the thing, because 50% of Hindus in Bengal need to consolidate behind the BJP. So far, even though charges of appeasement have been made, yet Hindus have stayed with Mamata Banerjee. In this case, they will at least have to be a shift, and 50% of the Hindu vote needs to go to the BJP. You've been on the ground for God knows how long, 6 months?
6.5 months, Navika ji. But let me tell you, this election is being fought by the people of Bengal. The Bharatiya Janata Party is just a catalyst. What I have witnessed on the ground, that the people want to throw out the Trinamool Congress, and it's a people's election. Like 2014 was a people's election. You will see this election in Bengal also being a people's election. But I'm unhappy with my friend Anand, because Anand spoke about 1 point to Sanjay, but he did not tell 1 point to Sanjay. After this election, you will see the opposition coming out with a no confidence motion against Rahul Gandhi as his leader in the India Alliance. That is something which will happen. So Sanjay has to choose a side.
Well, we'll come to that when we come to that. But Saurabh Chandar, I come back to you. There is only sloganeering and dharnas that is going on. Is this the trailer of what we are going to see over the next 3 days? Dharna pe baith jao. Har jagah, try and create an aura that, things are not going right and there is cheating, there is tampering and all of that. Because as of now, frankly, there is only chaos that we can see, and those visuals are telling us the story of the chaos on the ground.
No, I'll tell you something very simply, Navika ji, that I have a problem with this kind of an argument where out of 200, if we are confident that we are winning 200 seats, so if there is a problem with one particular booth, we should not be focused on that. That is not a very strong argument to make. That is not a very fair argument to make. Secondly, to answer your question, yes, in the next 3-4 days, we will be guarding the strong rooms. Our cadres, our workers, our supporters will be there on the ground. Now, if that is a problem for the Election Commission, if that is a problem for the BJP, then that's their business. That is not something that we are going to look into. The last thing which I really want to say, Mr. Bhandari has been saying that his perception on the ground is that people are going to throw the Trinamool out. But my perception on the ground is that people don't want the BJP to come into Bengal. They are saying that anyone but the BJP. That is the kind of sentiment that I have received.
That is fair. Every party feels they are going to win, and that is fair. He feels his party will win. You feel your party will win. That is fair. I do not contest that fact. But Anand Ranganathan.
That is one small point to my brother Pradeep, because it's important and I genuinely want to know. Now he's saying that this time round it is a definite vote for change and BJP is going to get more than 200. The sentiment is there.
BJP will sweep the election.
Sweep the election. Yes. You said exactly the same thing 5 years ago. So what is different now than 5 years ago?
There's a difference.
Yeah.
In 2021, we did not have a base vote. Now we are fighting this election with a base vote of 38.9%. Last time when we fought the 2021 election, it was an uphill task to come from 9.5 to 10% to a 45%. So we jumped with 28% vote share without any base vote from 2016 to 2021. Now we just need a 6% climb. So if we can have a 28% climb,
it doesn't work like that, Pradeep Bhandari. You may be a pollster, but बाल हमने भी धूप में सफेद नहीं किए हैं. ऐसे नहीं होता. 30. If you have 38% vote share, it doesn't stay there, sir. It can also go away from here.
If you look at any election post 2019, even in the 2024, just a 10-second point, the Bharatiya Janata Party has not dipped in vote share. In fact, in the Lok Sabha, where our Lok Sabha seats...
So far it hasn't, but a new election throws up new numbers and data in Sabha.
One comment that the TMC spokesperson said, that people are saying anyone but the BJP. Now that's, he's not saying anyone but the TMC, it's a subconscious revelation. Because I do believe that Mamata Banerjee is the center, either you're voting for her or you're voting against her. What I also found in Bengal is a lot of the left was going with the BJP, as they did last time. So the point, at a later stage, whatever your vote share is, Pradeep ji, you would have to analyze as a former psephologist, or a current one, I don't know. One Gupta says he cannot read the people of, one Pradeep is saying he cannot read the people of Bengal because they won't talk to him. But they seem to have talked to you. But they seem to have talked to you a lot. So I'm very happy to know that. The point is that there is an anti-incumbency vote, but is it a pure BJP vote?
Okay, we have the first statement coming in, and can we put out this breaking news with reference to the video being circulated on social media? I would like to inform the following facts. There are 7 AC strong rooms inside Kudigram Anushilan Kendra. They have all been duly closed and sealed in the presence of candidates, election agents and general observer after completion of poll yesterday. Last strong room was closed in the morning around 5:15 a.m. All strong rooms containing polled EVMs are safely secured and sealed. There is another strong room in the same premise for postal ballot wherein we have kept account-wise, AC-wise polled ballots as different polling personnel and ETBPs. In fact, we had notified all observers, ROs and requested ROs to inform their candidates and agents about this. So the clarification has come, and joining us is the Election Commission. This is the same was duly shown to Mrs. Panja and Mr. Kunal Ghosh and Kali from the BJP. This is mail sent to all political parties about the same from the Election Commission.
Good.
And this is a statement. Real-time answers coming.
No, it's not
again fake news exposed. Now, will apologize?
1 minute. I'm bringing in the other Pradeep, the Pradeep Gupta, who's in the news for my Axis poll. You know, Pradeep Gupta ji, there are dharnas, there are questions about human activity in strong rooms. You have bowed out of doing the exit polls for Bengal. इतना मुश्किल था क्या?
इतना मुश्किल था क्या? Our methodology at Axis My India is go to face with the representative sampling, and this time, Navika ji, we could not do the adequate enough the sampling in different demography, across the demography. I mean, that has been our methodology for years.
But you know, the question many are asking, and Pradeep ji, let's come straight to the point. The question many are asking is, कि रिपोर्टर्स भी तो ऑन द ग्राउंड हैं, उन्हें भी वैसे ही लोग मिल रहे हैं, क्या वो 3 महीने से रिपोर्ट नहीं करें? So that is one part. The other part that I am reading on social media is कि आप अब सेफोलॉजिस्ट कम पॉलिटिशियन ज्यादा हो गए हैं. दोनों सवालों का जवाब दे दे.
देखिए, रिपोर्टर्स का जो अपना तौर तरीका है, उनको भी दे ऑल्सो गेट हार्ड टाइम टू स्पीक टू पीपल द वे यू वांट टू स्पीक टू द पीपल. यू कैन टॉक, आप तो जनरली ज्यादा करके मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम रोड पे बात करते हैं, एंड हम लोग जो है घर में डोर को नॉक करके बात करते हैं. नंबर 1. नंबर 2, you are the reporters are the known personality from a known identity, which is the channel or newspaper, whereas our people is seen as suspicious lens. Right. Number 1, they are unknown entity. Then in Bengal, it always been the hard to speak to most of the people. Earlier, it was 20 to 30%. Now that number has exceeded to 70 to 80% people not willing to talk. They say simply no, not at all.
Okay. Our journalists, senior journalists on our panel have questions for you. Sabha Naqvi, go first.
Mr. Bhandari, Mr. Gupta. Sorry. First of all, I find Bengalis are the most talkative people, and it's not about being a known personality. It's about going into a mohalla, finding an entry, then you strike a rapport, maybe you return, and you talk to people. And they're very talkative people, actually. So I'm baffled that by your declaration, as if Bengal has become this strange place where people are so scared they won't tell people. And so this is my view, that it's just either you've chosen
so
not
it's
to
a view and not a question. But हर्षवर्धन त्रिपाठी जी, आप भी एक सवाल पूछ रहे थे.
प्रदीप जी, थोड़ा चौंकाने वाला इसलिए भी लगता है कि बंगाल में इस बार जिस तरह से सेंट्रल आर्म्ड पुलिस फोर्सेज हैं, जिस तरह से वायलेंस फ्री इलेक्शन हुआ है, देयर इज नॉट अ सिंगल डेथ, और उसके बाद अगर कोई पोलस्टर जिसको लोग सुनना चाहते हैं कि वो नंबर लेकर आएगा, वो कहेगा कि हम नंबर ही नहीं देते हैं. फिर तो कोई डॉक्टर कह दे कि नहीं हम डायग्नोस नहीं कर पा रहे इसलिए कल से पेशेंट देखना बंद, तो फिर तो पोलस्टर का ये काम नहीं समझ में आया.
तो आप डॉक्टर भी हैं, आप पोलस्टर भी हैं, आप जर्नलिस्ट भी हैं, और आपको तो पॉलिटिशियन भी बना दिया है. तो प्रदीप गुप्ता जी, प्लीज रिस्पॉन्ड.
हाँ, हर्षवर्धन जी, आपने बिल्कुल डॉक्टर की एनालॉजी की बात करी, तो मैं डॉक्टर के नजरिए से कहता हूँ, डॉक्टर का काम मान लिया जाए सर्जरी करना है तो उसके पहले उसको सर्टेन डायग्नोसिस करने पड़ते हैं, और यदि वो डायग्नोसिस इन ऑर्डर ना हो तो वो कहता है इसको या तो फिर से करके लाइए, या ये जो वैल्यूज आए कि ब्लड ज्यादा है, शुगर ज्यादा है या कम है, उसको पहले ठीक करते हैं, उसके बाद सर्जरी करते हैं. तो जहां तक रिप्रेजेंटेटिव,
आपसे यही तो पूछ रहे हैं, आप तो डायग्नोस्टिक सर्विसेज हैं, आप ये बताइए कि नंबर किसके ज्यादा है, टीएमसी के, whether it is the cholesterol level that or whether it is the sugar level, यही तो आपको बताना है.
नहीं, बिल्कुल
आप सर्जन नहीं है, आप डायग्नोस्टिक लैब है.
जैसे हर्षवर्धन जी ने कहा, ये हमारा प्रोफेशन है, वी कैन नॉट गेट अवे फ्रॉम दिस, बिल्कुल इससे भाग नहीं सकते हैं. बट एट द सेम टाइम जिस तरह का माहौल, अभी आपको बता दूं, मैं थोड़े दिन पहले हमारे 5 सर्वेयर्स दमदम, बंगाल में ही, कलकत्ता में ही दमदम जेल में थे 21 दिनों के लिए. हमने हाई कोर्ट कलकत्ता का दरवाजा खटखटाया और वर्डिक्ट हमारे फेवर में आया. वो कहते थे कि आप पुलिस, जो लोकल लेवल के लोग होते हैं, उन्होंने पुलिस में हमारे लोगों को लेके गए और वो कह रहे हैं आपको परमिशन किसने दी, आप परमिशन लेके आइए. और ये सिर्फ पॉलिटिकल सर्वे नहीं, आप किसी भी तरह का सर्वे करने जाइए, बंगाल में कहते हैं पहले बीडीओ से परमिशन लेके आइए. तो उनको हम पूछ रहे हैं कि भाई किस संविधान में कहां लिखा है कि किस अथॉरिटी से परमिशन लेनी है, आप बता दीजिए, हम वहां से ले. बोले नहीं, नथिंग डूइंग, हमको बीडीओ का परमिशन चाहिए. जब बीडीओ के पास आप जाओगे तो बोलेगे करने की जरूरत क्या है ये. दिस इज द सिचुएशन प्रिवेलिंग.
आनंद रंगनाथन,
कलकत्ता हाई
देना चाहता हूं मैं, एक पॉइंट भी देना चाहता हूं प्रदीप जी को और एक काउंटर पॉइंट भी देना चाहता हूं. पहले पॉइंट दूंगा, what he is saying can make sense because देखिए, everything is first of all before scientifically rationalized on paper. So let's say you have a band where you want to survey people in that band. You go there, you have a set of 15 people. Now you go there, let's say they are fearful, they don't want to be interviewed. पता चला 15, सब 1 second, पता चला 15 में से 10 लोग ने कहा हम नहीं देंगे, तो आप एग्जिट पोल नहीं कर पाएंगे. लेकिन काउंटर पॉइंट ये है कि प्रदीप जी बाकी 15 एजेंसीज भी तो कर रही हैं, तो उनको कैसे परमिशन मिल गई और सिर्फ आपको क्यों नहीं मिली? दैट इज द पॉइंट।
बिल्कुल सही है आपका सवाल। अलग अलग एजेंसी की अलग अलग मेथोडोलॉजी होती है, और रिसर्च में जिसको हम कैपी कहते हैं, कंप्यूटर एडेड पर्सनल इंटरव्यू जो हम करते हैं, कैटी जो कि टेलीफोनिक इंटरव्यू होते हैं, उसमें किसी की परमिशन नहीं चाहिए। दूसरा कैवी भी होता है जो ऑनलाइन आप लिंक भेज देते हैं और उसमें सर्वे के करके ले लेते हैं। चौथी चीज होती है क्वालिटेटिव एनालिसिस बेस्ड ऑन सर्टेन फैक्ट एंड दिस थिंग, और अपनी विजडम के साथ लोग उसका एनालिसिस करते हैं, दैट इज कॉल्ड क्वालिटेटिव एनालिसिस। मुझे नहीं पता ये एजेंसीज की अपनी क्या मेथोडोलॉजी है, तो मैं उस पर कमेंट नहीं करना चाहूंगा, वो बहुत अच्छा काम करते हैं, लेकिन जो
well said, he's responded to all the charges. Pradeep, coming to you, हर्षवर्धन जी।
एक सवाल प्रदीप जी, आपने जो कहा उसके लिहाज से तो आपका एग्जिट पोल कंप्लीट हो गया होगा, आपके जो सर्वेयर हैं वो वापस आ चुके होंगे, तो अब तो जो भी 21 दिन जेल में काट चुके या जो कुछ भी हो चुका है वो तो पुरानी बात हो गई ना। आपके पास नंबर है, डेटा है, आपको उसे एनालाइज करना है, या इसलिए कि आपका डेटा इतना कॉम्प्लेक्स हो गया है कि दोनों को एक बराबर नंबर आया और वो लीक हो गया, जो ये भी खबरें मैं देख रहा हूं, इसलिए आपने उसको नहीं डिस्क्लोज किया?
No, and then I have a conspiracy theory also. प्रदीप जी, अगर आपके पोलस्टर्स अरेस्ट हो गए थे, आप हाई कोर्ट चले गए थे, आपके फेवर में वर्डिक्ट आया, आप उस वक्त मना कर देते, कॉल ऑफ कर देते कि मैं बंगाल में नहीं करूंगा, आपने आज क्यों किया? ये बड़ा सवाल है।
बिल्कुल नाविका जी, जब फेवर में हमारे आया है तो हम तो रोज रोज और बार बार जाएंगे, वो हमारा प्रोफेशन है मार्केट रिसर्च करना, इट्स नॉट अबाउट इलेक्शन सर्वे। और जो प्रोफेशनल हमारे जो सर्वेयर्स अरेस्ट हुए थे वो इलेक्शन सर्वे के दौरान नहीं, अदर देन इलेक्शन जो सोशल सर्वे होते हैं, सोशो इकोनॉमिकल सर्वे होते हैं, उसके दौरान वो अरेस्ट हुए थे। दूसरी बात ये है कि आप कभी किसी तकलीफ का सामना करेंगे तो आपको क्या लगता है कि दोबारा उस गली में ही नहीं जाएंगे? ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है?
नहीं, बिल्कुल जाएंगे। और कुछ तकलीफ अब यू नो इज ऑल्सो विद द तमिलनाडु नंबर्स दैट हैव कम अप। In Tamil Nadu, you've given the edge to TV के। इतना हो गया है कि वो अपने लोग इकट्ठे कर रहे हैं कि पोचिंग ना हो जाए। They really feel there is a shot at making government over there. I once again ask you, you are the outlier as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned. JVC with me here is the other outlier in Tamil Nadu. I once again ask you, detailed number checking, etc. done, you stick to those numbers. Any specific reason that you see 18 to 30 age group that is literally storming Tamil Nadu?
नाविका जी, उसमें भी जो दो हैं, एक है महिला और दूसरा है एज ग्रुप। तो 18 से 39 का जो एज ग्रुप है, 18 टू 39, जो कंट्रीब्यूट करता है 42% ऑफ द पोलिंग पॉपुलेशन, वोटिंग पॉपुलेशन, वहां पर एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरीली टीवीके इज लीडिंग। 40 प्लस एज ग्रुप के अंदर जो है वो डीएमके लीडिंग, बट डीएमके का लीडिंग का जो डिफरेंस है इन दिस एज ग्रुप एंड वर्सेस इन दिस यंगर एज ग्रुप, वो टीवीके का बहुत ज्यादा है। बट हैविंग सेड दैट, दोनों के परसेंटेज पोल में हमारे 35% आ रहे हैं, 2% का मार्जिन एरर है। हो कि 35 का 33 हो जाए एक पार्टी का, तो दूसरी पार्टी का 37 हो जाएगा। दैट इज व्हाट इज माय पोल।
Okay, Saurabh Chandar, I come back to you. The Election Commission has given a detailed response. It has sent emails that have been sent, the segregation forms that have been given to everybody yesterday. Once again, an attempt to spread some fake news. That's the charge being made at you. How do you respond?
No. Two things, Navika ji. One is that, this particular charge that is being made against us, that we are peddling fake news, that is not quite correct, because the Election Commission in its response has not given a word on the video which we have shared. They are maintaining a stoic silence there. That is something which my stand is very clear. Therefore, to suggest that we are peddling fake news is not a fair thing to do. The second aspect, I have been hearing several panelists saying that, people in Bengal are not really giving out their views to people who are conducting the exit polls. I have a personal interpretation of the same. It's not really, as the BJP would like to believe, that it is because of fear that people are not saying, but that's not quite true. It's more than anything else.
BJP is not saying that.
Here in Bengal,
Sorry,
I'm a Bengali myself.
Pradeep Gupta ji was saying it. Not this Pradeep, that Pradeep was saying. ये तो आजकल शेर बने हुए हैं 4th of May तक.
What he's saying. I cannot handle this argument that people are not talking in India.
I can tell you for sure, Navika ji, that people of Bengal have spoken fearlessly. The people of Bengal have spoken fearlessly, and our interpretation from whatever surveys we have internally done from the ground, it's a one-way verdict to throw out the Trinamool Congress, and it will be a historic verdict.
Well, JVC, I want to ask you. You had your people on the ground in West Bengal as well. Any fear factor?
No. See, some people refused to talk yesterday morning. That was near the polling booths. Once we went away from the polling booths and spoke to people probably near their homes or the cafes and all, they were opening up. And that was not a problem which we faced. As far as yesterday, probably an hour we faced that we don't want to disclose. It's not that they don't want to talk. They don't want to disclose. And that too, when you ask in crowded place.
That could be happening all the time.
Everywhere it happens. Everywhere.
See, it happens everywhere. It happens everywhere. And that too in a crowded place, when say 10, 12 people are there, say in places like Tamil Nadu, when 10, 12 people join together, they will talk. Here, there is a little bit of hesitation in the city areas, in the prison areas.
All right. The latest update from the ground is that the protesters have gone away now. They have been removed. Dharna pe barish baras gayi hai.
Give it to the Trinamool Congress for all the drama they have done, and I believe they'll give more opportunities.
The security forces have pushed them to the side, and at the same time, there has been an outburst of rain over there. So, rain has come. The rain gods have spoiled the dharna for now. Mamata Banerjee at the moment going to another location, expected to come to this location, but after the explanation, and it is a detailed explanation that's come in from the Election Commission, which has said everything intimated to every political party. Why then did the Trinamool Congress create such a flutter by making allegations of tampering in strong room? We don't know. I don't think the last word has been said on dharnas for a while till 4th of May. But ladies and gentlemen, it is in Bengal, they say the M factor that will work. Not Ma Mati Manu, Mahila and Muslim. Is the Muslim vote getting divided between other opposition parties? That is the other factor that could influence the results in this election. All in all, well, it's all happening. Exciting times for us as journalists, nail-biting time for politicians, especially the Trinamool Congress, who will have to wait and watch on how often they can go to the bath. We'll leave it at that. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on the News Hour tonight. Good night. Be safe.